Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name's Harley. I run Renown Auto Detailing in Perth, Western Australia. And today we have a Civic Type R in the studio. I'm very excited about this one. So this Civic Type R has recently been purchased by my customer and he's looking to get the paint polished and then a ceramic coating applied. So today I'm going to go through how we do that. So anytime I apply a ceramic coating, I like to make sure the wheels are looking good too, and these original Type R wheels are in desperate need of what I call a reset. Firstly, I rinsed the wheels with a high pressure hose, and because these were carpeted, a ton of dirt and road gunk just came flying off, which was super satisfying. I load up my pump sprayer and coat the wheels in a nice layer of my own special wheel cleaning concoction and let that dwell on the surface for a minute or so in order to start dissolving that caked on brake dust. With my wheel bucket full of water and some more wheel soap, I start by scrubbing the tyres to get the cleaner to penetrate the rubber further and remove that old tyre shine and any dirt and grime from the road. The inner barrels of the wheels are also cleaned with my wheel woolly, and the faces and tighter areas are brushed to release as much brake dust as possible, and as you can see there was a decent amount. And next I use an iron remover by Optics Nanotechnologies, and this is going to remove any final iron contaminants embedded into the wheels. I then rinsed thoroughly and repeated these steps on all four wheels. With the wheels looking much better, it's time to move on to the real mission here, prepping the iconic championship white paint for laying down the ceramic coating. As usual, we're going to start with a healthy rinse to knock off the dust, and in our case, a nice bird poop on the windscreen. So Honda's Type R cars traditionally have a championship white paint option and a red Honda badge as a tribute to the RA272. Honda's second ever race car, designed by Yoshio Nakamura and Shoichi Sano. So it was really cool to have this in the studio to work on. It's super important to properly prep the surface so that the coating can cure correctly to the paint. For most cars this includes a thorough foam wash, iron decontamination and clay bar treatment, followed by at least a one-step polish to enhance the paint's appearance and remove some scratches. This is exactly the process we'll go through today on this epic Civic. As you can see here, I'm washing the car with microfiber towels and replacing them after a few panels with a fresh towel. This is to avoid cross-contamination in a bucket by putting dirty mitts or towels back into the wash bucket, and ultimately helps to reduce scratches when washing. I'm also paying attention to the emblems and tight areas to flush out any dirt or crud that might be hiding in them. And then I follow this up with the iron decontamination process, again using the iron remover by Optics Nanotechnologies. So this iron remover will get us one step closer to perfectly clean paint, as it breaks down embedded iron particles and turns purple in the process. This particular car wasn't too bad, but check out this ute that I did a few months back. So much contamination. This is likely due to being a council ute that probably lived outside and never got a proper wash. After decon, it's time to rinse the car, and what we want to do is really flush that chemical out of all the seams. And you'll also see here I'm checking the paint smoothness to determine if a clay bar will need to be used, but actually in this case it's super clean and smooth and there's not really much embedded particles left, so I'm just going to jump straight into polishing. Before I get started on polishing, I'm actually going to touch up these small paint chips, which are only really noticeable now that I've cleaned the paint so thoroughly. One of the chips had some rust forming on it, so I took my rust converter out and dabbed some of that on, and followed up later with the championship white. This is going to look a lot better, but most importantly protect the roof from further issues. Now finally I can start polishing, starting with this pesky piano black trim which is found on so many modern cars today. Frustratingly, this glossy plastic is very easy to scratch and quite difficult to finish out, meaning get it back to essentially being scratch free and shiny. First I cut back the surface with a gritty compound, in this case Rupes Blue Coarse Compound, then follow up with their yellow medium polish to remove the haze from the first step. And then I like to refine this further with Rupes' finishing polish. This is virtually defect free and shiny surface, and once coated it should stay like this for a long time with proper care. And as you can probably tell by now, I really like Rupes products. You see me here using their 7-inch LHR21, which is actually their biggest dual action polisher. It's probably one of my favourite tools in my arsenal. And I'm combining that with the Rupes medium cut foam pad and yellow medium polish to remove around 90% of the haze, scratches and swirls from the paint, while leaving behind the best possible surface for the ceramic coating to adhere to. And speaking of which, our coating of choice today is G-Technique's Crystal Serum Light, which despite being a consumer or prosumer grade product is incredibly tough, durable and shiny, and offers a whopping 5 years of protection.
One eternity later.
If you've ever polished a car before, or you're a detailer yourself, you know how satisfying the tape removal process is. We're almost ready to harvest the fruit of our labour, so to speak. I also took a few minutes to remove these old peeling stickers. Sorry Cole Crawford, whoever you are. Right, so it's almost time to get to the fun stuff.
But wait! There's more!
That's right, we have to foam the car up one more time. This is to carry away all that polishing dust and help break down any gunk left behind. And we're finally ready. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited to see this thing coated already. As you can see, you have to work in small sections and buff the excess coating away quite thoroughly to avoid any high spots. This takes quite a bit of elbow grease, but the results are so worth it. Once the panel is complete, move on to the next, and the whole process takes about an hour depending on the size and intricacy of the vehicle. The Civic is definitely the latter with its huge spoiler and many vents and body lines. And the after result is an incredible looking paint job, which is now rust free, corrected and coated and ready for its new owner to enjoy. Sorry for the shaky footage here, I almost tripped over my garden. If you made it this far, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know your thoughts if you liked it and any questions you have, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible.